This is James. Welcome back to the channel. I am so glad you are here. Last night, as I was coming home from work, I saw a video by Not By Sight News. Had some really good news on it, and he referenced the Wartburg Watch. So, looking at the article that the Wartburg Watch put out, and I am so unbelievably happy. I literally, if I could, would do cartwheels, but I can't. So I'm 51 years old, so it those are things I used to could. Anyway, Daryl Lucas apparently has discovered some things. He is also an abuse advocate like myself, and thank you, Daryl, for pointing this out. He got a hold of the Wartburg Watch and apparently the lawyer that Cindy Clemenshire used to have, Genter Drummond, is now the Oklahoma State Attorney General. This is so good because he was around when Robert Morris tried to blame Cindy for what happened. He was there when Cindy asked for $50,000 to cover her expenses, all the counseling fees that she had to pay to get through the things that she endured. And Robert Morris said, no, we'll just give you $25,000 and you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And of course, Cindy said, no, I'm not doing that. And then, yes, a couple weeks ago, Trey Wilbanks did say that there was a criminal investigation going on, and it didn't involve anybody on the current staff. Of course, they have since cleaned house. There is not a single elder at Gateway who knew about Cindy's real age. So now she has since hired a different lawyer. And this is the part that that's interesting. Sorry, I said a word I can't say on. I have to. We'll just say when talking about SA. So let's try this again. Under Oklahoma law, any case of committed by a person who is 18 or older or a person 14 or younger is first degree punishable by anywhere from 5 years to life in prison. His actions also arguably meet the definition of child SA. Since Morris was staying in Cindy's home at the time and therefore was responsible for her health, safety, and welfare, that carries a penalty of anywhere from a year to life in prison. To my non-lawyer's mind, Morris faced substantial upward departure from sentencing decline guidelines. He was a minister and groomed Cindy before her multiple times over 5.5 years. He further discovered, if that wasn't enough, as of 2023, there was no statute of limitations for first degree or SA in Oklahoma, nor was there a statute of limitations for child SA when the victim is 16 years old or younger. Further changes in 2024 abolished the statute of limitations for if the victim was a child at the time of the offense, regardless of degree. Previously, the victim of child SA in Oklahoma had to come forward by his or her 45th birthday. Following statement regarding Jim Baker caused me to start messaging some folks. Due to some recent changes in Oklahoma law, Morris faces the most severe legal hurt that any minister of his stature has faced since Jim Baker was racked up on fraud and conspiracy charges almost 4 years ago. Remember, this also applies to Joe Campbell, since Joe Campbell was a pastor of an Assembly of God church in Tulsa. This change of the law could bring down 2 of the most influential wolves that we've ever seen. This is the kind of reason that I do what I do, is to expose wolves. And I hope and pray and ask for your prayers that this in fact does happen, that justice is done, that Cindy Clemenshire gets justice, that the 5 women that were hurt by Joe Campbell will get justice. And we are at the breaking point when something wonderful could take place. There's an example in the book Atomic Habits where if you have an iceberg or a piece of ice and it's 25 degrees and you turn up the temperature slowly from 26 to 27 to 28 to 29 to 30 degrees. Yes, the room temperature has changed. There's been some change, but you don't see the results. And then you keep changing from 31, it's still a piece of ice. But then when you turn it up to 32 degrees, the ice starts to melt. I think we're at that point. We are at that point, and I hope and pray that this does in fact happen and that justice is done. Now, please understand, I have written the governor in Texas, and I had one of their staff people write back to me, and they basically said that changes in law have to be initiated by the state legislature. So if you live in Texas, please write your local congressman. Go to the Warburg Watch first and cite the changes that Oklahoma made to eliminate the statute of limitations on all forms of and SA. Oklahoma did it. The state of Texas can do it. We need to eliminate the statute of limitations here in the state of Texas so we can eliminate all forms of abuse and assault. This has to happen. So please reach out to your state legislature. In fact, it doesn't matter what state you live in. I would encourage you to reach out to your local state legislature, your representative, and demand that they eliminate all of these statute of limitations. It doesn't matter if somebody abused someone 30 years ago. They still need to face, they need to, justice needs to be done. It's for the victim's sake. And this hopefully will discourage people from doing awful things like this in the future. So, anyway, if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. I do want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. We will tomorrow or later today, I'm not sure. Joni Lamb was so brazen that she took her statement and made they put it on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. So, but there was more to it in that article that I didn't get to that we're going to cover. So, until then, hope you have a great day. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of this community. I can't thank you enough for helping this channel to grow. I'm very humbled by that. And all I can say is thank you. And I just ask that you help the channel to continue to grow, because my only hope is that this platform grows. We can bring more attention to this awful thing that has been happening for so long. I'm tired of hearing people say, well, that's the way it's always been. No, not anymore. Not anymore. People in power need to keep their pants on. So, have a great day, and thanks for watching.